What's going on, GP Gaming? I am Sviatoslav of Kiev, bringing you more Total War Attila online multiplayer battles. And this guy, Colby City, this is the 5th game in a row that he wants to play me. We did 2 games. 2 of them, we did 2 versus 2s, and then we just did 2 1 versus 1s. And this is the third 1 versus 1, 5th game in a row tonight. The 2v2s are me and Genghis. Beat this dude pretty bad. I just beat this dude pretty bad. 2 games in a row, 1 versus 1. And he says he's never fought a good player who uses cavalry in Total War Attila. Okay, so now he's bringing some... Okay, so he brought 2 pikes to protect his Protectores Domestici. So he still thinks he can win. I mean, it's entirely possible. I'm far from the best Total War Attila player, but this guy is just, one of your very... He doesn't seem like a casual player. He has sort of that competitive attitude that I and, most people who play competitive have when they know they're decent. They have a little bit of a chip on their shoulder, except this guy is really bad. So I don't know where it came from or what. He says he's never fought good players who use cavalry against him. So he plays against only really terrible players, because in Total War Attila, cavalry rules. Cavalry is king in Total War Attila. A pike any good against cav? Yes. Pikes slaughter cav. But the thing, he brought all these pikes to deal with my cav. But the thing is, cav, they're mounted men on horses, so that means they're faster. So I can just outmaneuver his pikes. So they're not a problem. I don't give a shit that he has pikes, because I can just go around them. It's as simple as that. So what I'm gonna do, he only brought a couple elite skirmishers. So what I'm gonna do, since he doesn't have missiles protecting his center, I'm going to heavy shot the shit out of his pikes, out of these Menelotoi. So yeah, I'm just going to take out some of his pikes so I don't have to deal with them. I know my cav can beat his cav. I'm the Burgundians. I've got all this cav. Got Royal Lancers. He could have brought more cav, but is still choosing not to bring cav. He says the players that he plays against mostly just use melee infantry armies. So let's see if this guy can do any better on the 5th game. The third 1 versus 1 in a row. Let's see if this guy can do any better. I'm not confident he will, especially with this build. With all these pikes. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a... And once he's playing the Eastern Roman Empire, brings 2 shot cav units and brings 0 Hedarea guards. No 2-handed axemen. Two-handed axe, shock infantry, and shock cavalry are, the core. Okay, so he has 2 more elite ballistarii. He might have some more hidden units. He might have some more hidden units back here. Hopefully he has some Hedarea guards. As of right now, I don't see any Hedarea guards. So, I just don't know what he's trying to do. Now, if he decides to shoot me with his elite ballistarii, I'm going to get some shots in on his elite ballistarii, but I'm going to mostly focus down these pikes. I mean, I really don't need to. Yeah, I really don't need to, but it'll just be nice. It's always nice not having to deal with pikes. But the thing is, I can ignore this blob. I don't have to kill that. I can kill his flanks and then deal with everything else later. So I'm going to focus down. I'm going to see how good my Germanic bows are going to do against his ballistarii on some heavy shot. because they're not in loose formation right now, so might be able to do some good damage. I'm still doing damage to these Metalatoi. Not really getting the kills, so I'm not going to waste my ammo on them. I'm just going to go up straight up and shoot the Metalatoi. Because my archers only cost 100, so I'm really not worried about them. So let's see this fight over here. I'm going to start moving my cav up. And I also have these noble Germanics who can break through pikes from the front. So I will be okay. I'll be just fine. Just gonna move all the way up here so I can see all the way around. So he's wasting ammo against my Germanic bows. I'm kind of surrounding him. He's bringing more of his pikes away. Okay, excellent. He's bringing up his... Oh, what am I doing? So he's bringing up his swordsman, and he's going to charge me. So this is great for me, because my axemen can come in and just wreck all that shit. And in shield wall, my guys are gonna do even better. Charging the axemen. Just got all these pikes over here. I'm gonna swing these guys around. I'm gonna swing these guys around behind the mountain. So that's where I want to start. I want to make sure I keep fighting the pikes. Oh, it says my axemen are losing. That's interesting. Maybe they took a lot of damage. Okay. Good. Starting the fight over here. Ooh, didn't even get a charge with his Clibanarii. I'm going to surround his Clibanarii with my Royal Lancers and just mess him up real bad. He's bringing around his Ballistarii. Nope. He's still going to shoot at my shitty ass. His pikes. Oh no, his pikes are down. Do not charge that shit. Do not charge that shit. I thought his pikes were up. Okay, so my unit's breaking through. Like, what is he supposed to do against my build with his build? Like, it's just not gonna work out. It's just not. So his Clibanarii is getting absolutely destroyed, surrounded. Like, I don't know what the heck he's trying to do. Oh, I need to pull those guys out. I need to not run on top of the pikes. I need to try to pull out. Try to, somehow. Your axemen smashed me. Yeah, no shit, because they're fucking axemen. So this guy clearly does not have a thorough understanding of how the game works. No shit. That's what I told you last game. So yeah, he just concedes once he realized, oh, the axemen beat my swordmen. Man, I didn't expect that. See, his pikemen got literally 0 kills. His swordsmen just got fucking destroyed. I mean, his elite Ballistarii, one of them got some good... 2 of them got some good kills, but what were they killing? They were killing Germanic bows who cost only 100, and these guys cost like 725 or something crazy like that. So, not cost effective. Shot cav, 0 kills. Like, I don't know what he's trying to do. Yes, I don't have funding, though. You have plenty of funds. Like, once again, I am by no means the best Total War Attila player, but this guy has clearly no understanding of how the game works. If he's shocked that Axemen crushed and just completely wrecked his swordsmen and his shieldmen, his spearmen, no understanding of how the game works. If he doesn't, if that surprised him, work out the counter to shot cav. Other shot cav. Slingers. Supporting melee troops. So I'm done with this dude. I don't really care if he still thinks that he can 1v1 me and beat me or whatever. I just beat him 3 1v1s in a row, 2 2v2s in a row, 5 games in a row. He's been just completely slaughtered. So yeah, you need Axemen, yeah, because if you play the Eastern Roman Empire and you don't bring any Heterea guards, just like, why are you playing the Eastern Roman Empire? Like, here, I'm gonna go. I'll show you guys a good build for the Eastern Roman Empire that guy maybe should have done. This guy could have done. Let's see, where are they? He could have got, like, let's say he goes for a Comes. He could have got, say, 4 Heterea guards. Yes, okay, not 725, 675 elite Ballastarii. His elite Ballastarii, had some good kills, the ones that didn't get caught in melee, but they're shooting at Germanic bows that only cost 100. So these guys cost, 6 3/4 times more than the Germanic bows. So you're basically just wasting your ammo. Then you could get some Clibanarii. Let's get like 5 of those bad boys. Then you could get like some Protectores Domestici. Then you could get some Fundatores. And then maybe you could, I don't know, since you just got some extra funds, upgrade to a Magister Militum, and then, put like an upgrade on, or maybe keep that, maybe get rid of some Protectores. Maybe can you get more Palatina? The Protectores seem like the best choice. Get some, let's see, 95. Maybe you could get some. Yeah, and then you could just, put some upgrades on your tanky units so that way they last longer. And then, there you go. That's a pretty good army. You've got 18 units, so if you're going to be outnumbered, you won't be outnumbered that bad because you can only have 20 max units. If you have 18, that's almost 20. So you've got a lot of units. You've got tanky units in the form of Protectores Domestici and Clibanarii, and your Comes General is very tanky. You've got heavy shot cav. You've got 5 Clibanarii, pretty good shot cav. They're not the greatest because they don't have a crazy bonus versus cav like a lot of other shot cav do, but they're pretty good for their price, especially at killing infantry. As long as you support these guys, these guys will do great. They've got 50 armor, 244 health. They're pretty good. They've got the scare strategy, and they have 2 arrows that they can use. So you can use like whistling shot to reduce the enemy's melee stats right before you charge in. You've got insane infantry. You've got insane killing power on anything with Heterea guards, 4 Heterea guards. These guys are the best infantry one-on-one in the game. They will kill any other infantry one-on-one in the game. They barely beat Athar's Chosen. I've done some playtesting in Athar's Chosen because Athar's Chosen are OP as fuck. Heterea guards only beat them like 50% of the time, but Athar's Chosen are insanely broken units, so they kind of don't matter for the rest of the meta, the rest of the game for Attila. Like Athar's Chosen, they're just insanely overpowered for their price. But anyways, Heterea guards will slaughter Huskarls, they will slaughter Thracian Oathsworn, they will slaughter elite Agathyrsi warriors, they will rape chosen UR warriors. They'll slaughter any infantry in the game unless you're charged pikes from the front. If you charge pikes from the front, axemen will go down. But, you know, any melee unit, these guys will just completely slaughter. And they have headhunt, so they'll stay in the fight for a long time. And rapid advance, so that increases their charge. And these guys are just insane units. Head of rear guards, just absolute destruction and death await enemy infantry when you bring head of rear guards. So you can slaughter infantry. You can hold units with Protectores Domestici. You've got some good range damage. You know 4 Funditorias. That's some decent ranged firepower. You can slow down enemy cavalry because slingers slow down units. So you can defeat enemy cavalry that way, slow them down so they don't get as good a charge bonus, and then charge them with something else. You can hold enemy units in place with your Protectores Domestici, very cheap, very tanky infantry units. You have offensive power with the head of rear guards, and it's a pretty good balanced army right here that you could take with large funds. And he was complaining that he didn't have enough funds, but we did a huge funds battle, and he had triple gold on his fucking elite ballistarii. Like, that's another thing, guys. That's another thing where he just has no understanding of how the game works. Do not put upgrades on your missile units unless they're one of the few good melee missile units like elite Saxon javelin men, because they're actually meant for melee as well. But on most units, like most archer units, almost every other missile unit is not meant for melee at all. Upgrades affect your melee stats. So let's see. Have a Clibanaria. I'll throw some upgrades on him. So what did it increase? It increased his melee attack, his melee defense, and his morale. So this does not affect the missile units in any way. I mean, morale slightly, but your melee attack and your melee defense is in melee. Your ranged units are still going to get wrecked if you have them in melee, even if they're upgraded against any decent melee unit that's designed for melee. So just don't put upgrades on your missile units. Just don't do it. Just save your money, put upgrades on other units, or just get better units rather than wasting money on upgrades for your missile units, because it increases their melee stats. It does not make them more accurate. It does not make them do more missile damage. Don't do it. And so this dude, he wasted all those resources getting upgrades on his elite ballistarii. Like, it just boggles my mind that he had that competitive attitude that I have, and that many other people who play multiplayer Total War have, where they think, we all think we're good and this and that, but the thing is that he's not. Like, I'm far from the best player, but he has like zero understanding of how the game works, like none whatsoever. Rant over.